Hi guys! Jake and MJ back again for more live reactions to
Kaitou, Sentai, Lupinranger!
This is Keisatsu, Sentai, Patranger. Pew pew, pew 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 pew. That's correct, even more live reactions to Kaitou Sentai, Lupinranger versus Keisatsu.
If I'm slow keeping up on the chat, it's because I'm moderating from my phone today.
Yes.
We are streaming off of my laptop, and Lupinranger is playing off of
my laptop.
Netbook. Yes.
Yeah, this is our first time actually doing the live stream with a Sentai live reaction.
Yeah, we haven't done that before.
So this is a fun new experience.
Exciting.
So hello to John Castor. I see he's the first one saying hello there. Hi, John.
Hi, John.
Hopefully we'll be having more people coming in. We just shared the link a moment ago. This is fun. We're gonna get to see a bit of context for a few things we saw in Lupinranger vs. Patranger that we did not get to see the introduction of.
Oh, great! I'm seeing an advertisement now on our live stream.
Oh, that's fun.
Meet someone special.
But
there we go.
you've already met someone special.
Yes, I know.
Good striker. Alright. So we'll, as we usually do with the Power Ranger live streams, we will give it a few minutes for people to filter in. It usually takes about, we usually give everybody about 5 minutes to come on in. Hopefully the live stream is going smoothly. I know that
using the good computer.
we're using the better computer with the better connection, so everything should be smooth. Hi there, Spencer.
Hey, Spencer.
And yeah, I'm excited to see.
Oh, I've got some idea what kind of a delay we're on because I can't get rid of the video right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, because you're checking in through there so that you can
I'm moderating
directly. But there were 3 elements that I know are going to be in this movie that were alluded to in various ways in the main series, and so I'm excited to be able to see how those were introduced into the universe of Lupinranger versus Patranger, as well as how it all weaves into the story. Like, I'm not entirely sure where in the story it falls. Oh, hi there, Brian. We're doing all right. We just had some dinner.
We did. He cooks good.
Thank you very much. This is apparently, going off the little thumbnail we have up right now, this is going to be after the introduction of Lupin/Patron X, aka Noelle. So,
assuming this title card is accurate.
Assuming this title card is accurate, but I believe I see an exclusive Megazord in that title card as well. So I think that's pretty fair assumption. Also, it does say on film right on there, so I'm assuming that this is something actually directly related. Hi there, Joseph.
Hey.
Good to see you. Yes, getting greeted by a screaming, each screaming half the season name. That's pretty much how that works. Oh, that's how you discovered where to set your volume. Good to know. We apologize for your earbuds there.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're
gonna disable.
Yeah, it's a little dim on the laptop. Okay.
There we go. Sorry, I have a blue light filter on my computer, but it was making it, hard to see.
A little difficult to see.
Hard to handle this. So yeah.
All right. So, as far as general news, I have been in discussion with my actors. It's looking like we will actually be filming next week. I'm going to firm up those plans to make sure it's actually happening this time. And if it is actually happening this time, then I should hopefully finally be able to release a date for Power Reviews 87, which is an episode I have been looking forward to for quite some time. It was that's actually a script I wrote before I got the teaching job.
Wow.
That was the last script I wrote before we got married.
Oh wow.
87. So this one's been...
Oh, wow.
So this one's been like 3-4 years waiting to finally get around to it.
Yeah.
Um...
Because it'll be 4 years in August.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I wrote that script like almost not quite 4 years ago, but
I can't believe we're gonna have been married 4 years in August.
it was spring 2015 when I wrote the script for 87. So I'm excited to finally finish it. I've been filming bits and pieces of it across the last like 2 years or however.
I mean, because we did just have our dating anniversary.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been together a long time, I know.
Because we were together for...
Yeah, we were together for a good
8 years
while.
before he proposed.
Exactly.
And then we had, what, another year and a half before the wedding?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
that's
we've
about
been
how that goes.
a long time now.
Alright, so,
Wow.
I think we've got enough people filtered into the chat right now, so I think it's a good time to dive on in.
I'm going to switch over temporarily to the lyrics here
Well,
in case we sing Patranger.
Yeah, we don't know when that'll be popping up. Okay, for those of you who haven't seen Lupinranger versus Patranger, quick, because some people are new to this.
Yeah, because you usually only come to the Power Rangers streams, but we're in the Power Rangers stream time slot tonight.
A quick summary of the premise. The evil ganglers have been, have stolen what is called the Lupin Collection, a collection of magical artifacts. And they have been wreaking havoc in Japan. Usually, these have been individual ganglers. They are basically a giant crime family, but the lead boss of the ganglers is looking to retire, so he's having individual ganglers go out to prove themselves to be worthy of becoming the new boss. One of the ganglers happened to freeze a whole bunch of people who all vanished in a crackling of ice.
Yeah, you just knocked them in the ice and the ice shattered and they were gone.
And 3 of their loved ones who survived were selected to become the Lupinrangers. On behalf of the Lupin family to reclaim the Lupin collection. If they are able to collect every piece they get a wish.
They get their wish.
So their wish is to hopefully get all their loved ones back.
The Lupinrangers, Kaitou means thief.
Yes.
The Lupinrangers are the robbers.
So
in this metaphor, they have dial fighters, which they use to open safes on the ganglers to get those pieces.
And they run a small bistro together, the Bistro Jur. It's a little restaurant, and they keep their identities a secret.
Yeah,
they keep their thief identities a secret and have very snazzy suits because one of them happened to be a fashion designer.
Harlequin masks.
Yes. Meanwhile, we also have the global police represented by the Patrangers. They also managed to get a hold of some...
police rangers.
Yes. A hold of some VS changers.
That's these.
Which are the same devices that the Lupinrangers use to transform.
But
they've got trigger machines instead of dial fighters.
Have little triggers.
And they are tasked with destroying the ganglers. And they want to bring the thieves to justice, even though they're not stealing from anyone but the ganglers, which I think is one of the biggest flaws of the series. But anyway,
so essentially,
they come in. So you got 2 teams that are constantly clashing together with regards to these evil alien creatures that have powerful artifacts. One team wants the artifacts, the other team wants to destroy the creatures.
The team that wants the artifacts is okay with destroying the creatures as long as they have already received the artifact. Otherwise, if the artifact is destroyed, they won't be able to collect them all.
So at this point, we have 3 on each team, a red, yellow, and blue Lupinrangers, the red, pink, and green Patrangers, who are...
It's cops
they're numbered
versus
1, 2, 3.
robbers.
And we also have Lupin-X and Patron-X, which is one person who can switch between the 2 teams. He fashions himself as an undercover operator, so he works with the thieves as Lupin Silver. He works with the officers as Lupin-X and Patron-X.
Lupin-X being Silver and Patron-X being
Gold. He's actually representative of the Lupin family, but he has gone undercover with the cops, pretending to go undercover with the robbers. I believe that sums up where we're at this point, going into the summer movie, so... hopefully that catches everybody up on what we're about to be watching.
I suppose the only other thing that I could think of that would be relevant is that they can't make both Megazords at once because there's a central Zord,
Right.
which is named Goody Striker, who is sentient and decides who's gonna make the Megazord.
So we always have one Megazord at a time, depending on whose Zords he feels like combining with that week.
Mhm.
So that is your quick 5-minute summary of what
the heck
Lupinranger
this is.
versus Patranger is. I hope
I
that's
hope
helpful.
that you have found and filmed, because we gave you guys a whole week to find it, so that you can have either watched it already or are watching it with us, so that you understand at least what's going on right now.
Or you can just be enjoyed by the complete lack of context. Either way, I think it's
Since
about
you're reading subtitles,
to jump on in to
Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger
versus Keisatsu Sentai Patranger on film. Play.
Unless we read every single subtitle, I hope they're watching.
Yes. All right. Now this,
Where's
instead
the
of getting
audio?
the magical sound, we get the little Toei logo, Toei Company.
With the waves, because this was a film
Whoosh.
in studio, not studio, in theaters.
Yeah, this was their summer movie, their summer film.
They do that in
Oh, and because the whole Lupin thing, there's a lot of French stuff. Oh, today a famous detective from England.
Making like Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. Beautiful. Perfect. I had totally forgotten about the trailers for this, because it's been so long. Sherlock Holmes.
And he's hanging out with the Patrangers.
Of course.
The Patrangers are already flanking him.
Okay, so he wants to discover who the Lupins are and solve the Gangler crimes. I don't know what you need to solve about the Gangler crimes, but you're good for you. Oh, he's a private detective. Oh, that is embarrassing. Oof.
Patron Red, also known as Keichiro, is not happy that they've had to hire a civilian, essentially.
Yeah.
You doubt my intelligence. I shall prove it to you.
Oh, what's the deal, Herlock? Random guy? Okay. He's a gangler? Yeah. He knows the tropes of this show. Oh, for reference, ganglers disguise themselves as humans.
Yes.
Hey, Lupins.
The Lupins have arrived with their classic card chuck.
What is that card doing? That's not how...
I don't know, but they can like throw, it's kind of like a playing card, and if it hits the gangler, its costume goes away.
Yeah.
And they just have, so now they're here.
Oh, their VS changes. Just being stylish. Super stylish. I don't have anything that stylish.
Well, he's got
Watermen.
which are essentially French mimes.
Yeah, evil French mimes. That seems like a fair description.
Only blue and black instead of white and black.
Yeah.
With red neckties.
Huh? Patrangers have morphs. Expected to morph out. Oh, and
Here comes the Patranger morph. They have to dial the right combination on the dial fighter before they morph.
And then they do a little switch and bang. Ooh, Phil. Good job. Nice. Oh. You silhouette catch me if you can. Destiny, Yokokusaru.
Fekundo, Segi wo Kagashite Upa Udo
Monosu Mongatsu Shutsu no Collection.
Hold up, Lupin! Run if you can. Gonna chase you up anywhere you are. Gonna say again. Chijutsu Mamoru Tome. Hold up, Lupin! Run if you can. Sayonara. Iwanaji. Patrangers. It's showdown.
Oh, we were only a little bit off, which is really good considering they were not showing any
Lyrics this time. Also,
lyrics in either language. Oh, and now they're continuing with the extended, which I did not know. That was way better than I thought.
If you can, gotta chase you up anywhere you are. You
I'm not It's taking all I can to just keep up with the normal one.
Extended version. It usually ends at its showdown.
So there's a bonus gangler. What's whoa?
Flames.
What? Oh, blue flames everywhere. But yeah, they're fighting the bordermen
like,
and fighting each other the whole time.
Will-o'-the-wisps,
They do.
almost.
Yeah. Where are we seeing? Oh, that's interesting. This one has his safe where they keep the Lupin collection piece. This guy has his safe
On his thigh.
on his chin. Usually it's in their chest. Oh, they just captured both reds.
Now, that's not entirely true, because Amigos are both on his thighs.
Well, I'm saying usually they're on the chest.
Oh, Gangler World!
Well, they got got captured.
They're in the Gangler
Brought
World.
to the Gangler World. Which is an alternate dimension. Just jumped right into that, huh?
You really? Oh,
Gauche.
Here comes Gauche.
She's sort of the mad scientist of the Ganglers, and we've also got Destra, the big brute.
Gauche's main job
Rocket
is
Hammer.
to make my monster grow. Destra is the second in command to the big boss.
Yes, he's the brute force dude. Hey, they can still shoot even with their arms all tied up, which makes sense as far as
Because they're only attached here, so they still got this going on.
Yeah.
So now we know how they knew they were in the Gangler dimension when it happened in another.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a plot hole, but
Yeah,
apparently
well,
it's covered in the movie.
They had made mention that they'd been to the Gangler world before.
Yeah. Okay, not a plot hole. It was just like, well, when did that happen? Oh,
Hey, Noel.
It's Noel, also
Okay.
known as Patranger and Lupinranger.
Yeah.
Noel is French.
He's very French.
I mean, he's Japanese because they're all Japanese, but
he's
French. Like, he's ethnically Japanese, but the character was clearly raised in France.
Yes.
He speaks fluent Japanese, but he socially behaves much more like a European, which tends to.
He's very extra. Ooh, and
to
he really likes to go all
parkour.
Big on the parkour. Yes, he is a little bit like Enter. A little bit like Enter, except a good person.
Yes.
In that he is a bit of a flamboyant troll.
Real gumshoe. Yeah, I will show that. Something got
got blanked out due to this.
It got blanked out because of the term private dick.
Detective.
But that is a term that is used in film noir, so I'm letting it in. It's obvious as the sun rising in the east, I infer that your identity is.
Ooh. Oh dear, he can apparently summon meteors. That's not good.
Ouch.
That's not a thing. Okay, apparently Meteor Drop is the name of the piece that this guy has. Oof, that's not great. You don't want to be knocked off the building.
Patranger suppression move with their baton weapons.
Yeah.
Just started watching Sentai. Sorry, I'm catching up. I didn't go back to this after the lyrics.
Yeah.
We need a Sentai character to be Scottish.
That would be fun. I believe we've had British characters before. Or at least raised in Britain in some way.
I think Holmes, Sholmes,
Oh yeah.
might be supposed to be that.
Yes. But yeah, Keisatsu just so
I'm a
stubborn.
cop.
I'm a cop.
Gosha's feet have high heels.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're, but they aren't actually shoes because they have toes, and that freaks me out.
Yeah. Oof, you got blown up real good there. I think they got knocked off the cliff.
We must report to Dogranio's. Dogranio's like the big boss.
Yeah, he's the
like,
Don.
He's the Don.
He's the
Don
Don.
Dogranio.
Oh, there we go. We got this little grappler thing.
Go Lupinrangers. Yeah, Lupinrangers have grappling guns.
Oh, they got demorphed and apparently released from their vines. Yeah, Keiichiro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kaitou just saved you, and he's bleeding. So, maybe don't be a jerk to him this week?
Kaichiro has an irrational hatred of the Lupinrangers.
Yeah, he's always, Kaitou!
Even in situations where the other Patrangers are like, it would be to our advantage to cooperate this time. Let's put our powers together.
Oh, it's freezing up.
It's doing the thing.
I hate it when it does the thing.
Yeah, but usually it stops doing the thing after just a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, at the moment, so if you want to hit pause on yours, alright, now ours is hitting a glitch. There it goes, you can resume.
Alright, so
and now we're at the Global Police Headquarters.
Oh.
Lost! No.
For those of us first joining us here, we've got Jim. Jim is a
Jim
robot.
Carter. He's an odd little robot who works at the police station.
This is Captain Hilltop, who is definitely Commissioner Hilltop, who is definitely supposed to be a gaijin.
Yes. Here we got Herlock Sholmes. What's he gonna do? They gotta find Wilson, the gangler. Who names a monster Wilson?
I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be a Watson thing.
I guess.
Wilson is after me. I will act as bait. Maybe it's a Watson thing. What kind of collection piece would you guys make?
I'm wondering if Herlock is actually the second gangler.
Entirely possible.
That's my bet.
What kind of Sentai collection piece would we make with a past Sentai item? I don't know. Let's get back to that after the movie.
Like I'm trying to think of random props and things.
And for anyone else who's new to this and watching along, this is...
Oh, this is Kogure. He is the sort of butler character from the Lupin family, and he's the one who informs the Lupinrangers of what they're up to.
He mentors them, but not very well.
Yes. He doesn't show up every episode. He pops in and out. He's
more like their boss than their mentor. He gives them jobs and he goes away.
Yeah. He's also a master of disguise.
Like Spencer.
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
Yes.
That kind of disguise.
That's right. You two should work together and not like be,
You can rip your mask off right here.
Yeah, that'd be rude. Yeah, you gotta work together, dude.
Apparently he is a prehistoric Tanuki, by the way.
Which one?
Wilson.
Wilson? Oh, interesting.
When I think of President Jimmy Carter, I totally think of a white robot with the voice of a 7-year-old.
Fair enough. This is what he's always got. He's gotta find the pieces.
They really like to focus on his lips. I mean, he does have unusually big, plump lips for a dude, but for some reason the camera's always lingering on them. Wilson was a volleyball. Yes, he was.
That's true. And Jim Carter kind of looks like a volleyball. Alright, there we go. A truce.
Alright.
Good.
Keiichiro is willing to put the truce, a fight on hold until they get the heck out of Ganglerland.
Yeah. That's what you gotta do.
Which is big for him. He's not usually good at that.
Very purple around here. Very suspicious. Hey! Looks like Good Striker.
Looks like Good Striker,
not.
only very red.
Yeah.
It's Jackpot Striker.
Alright. So he's been trapped here in the gangler world. Interesting.
Waiting to find a human who could bring him back.
There we go. Okay, so this is our origin for Jackpot Striker, who does show up in the series at some point.
And we're just like, where did he come from?
Yeah, he was very random when we
But that's because he was introduced here. Sakuya.
Oh, they
just
got
a note.
little note card from the Lupins. Umika's being adorable. The Lupin Yellow. Student look.
She's an adorable high school girl. Only she dropped out of high school
Yeah.
to be a Lupinranger.
Wouldn't this count as breaking and entering?
You've been vested with the power of the police.
Consider this your warrant. Consider this your just cause. Did you just leave him behind? How is he supposed to get up there? Is he just
He's
gonna
gonna
climb?
climb. But now he knows there's a thief in the building, so he has just cause.
That's fair. That's fair.
Porterman.
It's nice to have them inside the mansion.
You don't usually see the inside of the mansion aside from inside of Dobranio's like dining hall where he chills most of the time.
Yeah.
He just sits at the head of his table with a bunch of like
found the target.
flickering candles.
Here's Wilson.
Movie exclusive Mecha's contractual series appearance threw you off, huh? Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Cause it showed up in an unexpected way.
Yeah, we're gonna try not to spoil Lupinranger in case the Power Rangers fans wanna watch.
Yeah, in case you
Lupinranger.
haven't seen the final episodes.
Yeah.
It showed up in an unexpectedly plot relevant way. Okay, yeah, Herlock. There you go. Herlock's the gangler. He's trying to get rid of the others. Herlock and Wilson. Yep, they're working together.
And Swanson.
Yeah. Well, if it isn't this.
I'll bet Jackpot Striker is an expensive toy.
Yeah.
He probably is.
I like
More
how
expensive than Goody
how
Striker.
snarky DeGranio is here. He's just like, well, if it isn't the deceased policeman and thief, huh, Destra? Funny that. Oh, that's not great.
You were trying to go with Wilson. Yeah, they were!
They want
To
to
go
leave.
back to the human world. You can't go back to the human world unless we open the door.
Yep, that's a problem. That is a big problem.
Oh, that's funny.
Ceasefire. Truce. That's right.
The subtitle on the card was staying perfectly still, but the card was not staying perfectly still, so it made me a little bit dizzy there.
Yeah,
for a
I couldn't
second.
read the whole thing. I could read the word truce, but that was it.
I mean, the other part was Japanese, but the Japanese was moving
Yeah.
with the card because it's actually printed on.
There we go. Herlock's a gangler, as we thought.
Who did that get?
Well, I saw that he has his head is similar to Herlock's hat. He's got Herlock hat head.
Herlock hat head.
He's not great with all the being shot at.
That is one thing that Keiichiro has always kind of focused on and been up until this point in the series, because I'm thinking where we are in the series. One thing that he has always respected about Lupin Red is that no matter how beat up he gets,
Yeah.
he keeps going. Like, Lupin Red respects that Keiichiro is going to play fair, and Keiichiro respects that Lupin Red is going to give whatever he's doing 110% and
Yeah.
keep persisting.
I mean, they're both that way. They both know that the other will do their all.
Yeah. So if they actually have the same goal, they know they can count on each other. But if they don't,
Ooh, nice. He's got two
Oh,
two
wow.
fighters, so he was able to grab the binoculars.
Huh?
Oh, that's right. Jackpot Striker has a special ability. apparently Jackpot Striker can take control of the ganglers when he's inside their safe. Dude, either grab it or don't. Don't take all this time.
He's leaving it. That makes sense though, because
Yeah, because she has it for the rest of the series.
yeah.
Alright, so that's established that what Jackpot Striker can do. He can apparently control ganglers if he's placed inside their safe, so that's, I guess, how he was able to escape from the mansion.
And how he did what he did when he showed up.
And it looks like Herlock, I think, is a double safe, gangler. Which is not good.
No, it's not. Status double. But it's not as bad as status gold.
Well, gold requires two.
Two on one safe.
Yes.
Status double just has two safes, but which can be opened with one dial fighter.
And then,
Which, by the way, talking about these things, you
yeah,
stick them on and they open the safes.
right. Back sooner than expected. Nice.
Always rely on a policeman when you get lost.
There we go. Alright, now let's finish this thing. You got two teams, you got
Jackpot
two
Striker just
ganglers.
got out.
He just popped right back out of,
How dare you take over my body?
right out of Ghost. Wilson, you couldn't take care of the Reds.
I love how he calls him Keyblade.
The troublesome thieves and the paid nuclear officers are gonna teach them a lesson. Nice.
Bubbler. Oh yeah, a bubble pipe.
Oh
Those
yeah.
are cool. Now you
And
know why
then
we
of course
do
we've
that.
got the turn it up for the Lupins, turn it down for the Patrons. Nice. Little roll call time.
Of course.
Very
we gotta
stylish.
have them.
We've got their classic brick wall for their little roll call.
Lupinranger!
They're very classy for the background.
Oh, that's right. The Patrangers go by number.
Yes.
Although we did say red, green, and pink, they're actually 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3.
Right.
Whereas the Lupins go by color. Plan's ruined anyway, so we'll just defeat you here.
Alright. Oh, we're playing with
It is neat
the...
to see the two teams lined up next to each other like
Yeah,
that.
it's always fun. They don't do that too often. It's always nice when they do. Okay, no, I think Herlock actually only has one. I thought that it was, I thought he also had one in his back, but it looks like he's only got one in his chest. I couldn't tell the angle at first.
Oh dear.
Oh no, they're working together. See? He got it around Green's wrist so that they could wrap up Wilson together. We got the girls working
The
together.
Rangers really do a good job with their those grappling hooks.
Also, these are just some very nice cooperative fights right now.
It's really nice when they cooperate.
It's
Red and
always-
red are working together, blue and green are working together, pink and yellow are working together.
Yeah. There's also some very nice camera work going on as well. All right, and then blue and yellow grabbing the collection pieces. Hey, it's that was the Miracle Q-Tama from Q-Ranger, and I think the other one may have been an Excel change, the Overdrive.
Oh,
Morpher.
blade and scissors.
Yeah, Blade and Scissors is a nice collection piece from Lupin's. He gets a shield and boomerang blade. Hey, Jackpot Striker.
Hey, Jackpot! Goodie!
Hey, goody,
Oh, maybe they'll
Jackpot.
get to make both Megazords because they've got 2 strikers.
And 2 monsters. Works well.
Two
Oh,
goodies.
they're being cute. And
Okay, so Goody Striker's going with the police.
yep, to make Patron Ugo, where all three Rangers combine into a single pink, red, and green Ranger, which is
That's their special attack.
Okay, was that the Lost Galaxy Morpher? I couldn't quite tell. It was too quick.
And now, he's going to use Jackpot Striker probably to do the same thing he usually does, which is triplicate himself.
No. He's doing what he's doing with them. What Goody usually does for the cops.
Oh, wow. I wonder if that means if they swap, does Patron get to triplicate?
And they're like, what? Wait, what? Usually Red splits into extra Rangers. In this case, they've.
If you touch me, we're not friends anymore. Don't you touch me either. Don't fight.
Now they're all arguing with themselves.
Only the Patrangers.
Well, Lupinranger.
Yeah, Lupinrangers. The Patrangers know how to do.
Well,
this.
they were also being silly.
Target strike, stealing strike.
Whoosh! That is a very sparkly explosion. That is. Oh wow! That's not even the explosion. That was a whirlwind fireball. That was fun.
That was crazy. Here comes Gauche. Doobie doobie, make my monsters grow. She's gonna revive them from their safes and make them giant monsters that were fought by Megazord.
But you guys are sure that was the Lost Galaxy Transmorpher and not the
Lupin and Lupinranger come from Lupin the Third. No, but they both come from the same source material.
Yeah, Lupin is sort of a.
Arsene Lupin is a legendary thief.
Yeah.
Lupin the Third is supposedly.
It's an anime based around his supposed
descendant, and then these guys are working for Arsene Lupin's estate.
Right.
But rather than the one being named after the other, they're both named after the legends of Arsene Lupin.
Yeah, who ranks up there with Sherlock Holmes? Just
French.
It's French instead of English. Now they're summoning all their Zords.
Fly, fly, run, deploy, go, go, go. Jackpot! They are. Jackpot Strikers combining with the Lupins and Goody Strikers combining
And
with
he's
the
got-
Patrons. Oh my goodness!
Jackpot Strikers got a little crown, and he's
Okay, I
white
should
instead
mention
of
that
orange.
for those of you who can't see this and don't usually watch this, that when they do combine, Goody Striker becomes sort of a hand puppet that
Yeah, in
doesn't
the
look
cockpit.
anything like Goody Striker, the thing.
Yeah.
And he has on a hat that indicates which group he's with, so he has either a top hat when he's with the Thieves or a police hat when he's with the Lupins, with the Patrangers.
Ooh, this is nice. Jackpot's got wings. Oh, that's sparkly.
Jackpot Striker is like
He's a palette
clown
swap with a crown. Yeah.
with a white face and a beard.
Yeah. Whew. That is shiny.
Because, I mean, Goody has a pointy
Oh
orange
man, I'm
chin,
really
but
liking
his
that
whole
he
face
can.
is orange.
Oh wow, the flying with the wings, very shiny. He's better than Goody. He's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, see, Goody doesn't have those crazy eyebrows or the beard,
Yeah.
so he's not just a palette swap.
Well, I mean, it's basically the same thing, just repainted too.
Yeah, repainted, way more busy.
So they're
His
doing
face
a
is way
combo
more busy.
attack.
It's not just a plain face with eyes.
Yeah.
It's got eyebrows and a beard and
But
very tall.
those are like some Gundam wings that.
Lumika's worst nightmare, combining with the other Lupins.
Yeah. Those,
Sherlock
I
Sholmes is
love
also
the wings.
from the story Arsene Lupin versus Sherlock Sholmes by Maurice Leblanc. So the French guy made a parody of Sherlock Holmes.
That's pretty fun.
And that's who we're seeing, not actual Sherlock Holmes.
Well, also this one's neither because he's gay.
Right. And Joseph Scalia has seen, Shola has seen Arsene in Persona 5 because all the personas in the games were based on famous themes and were collectively called the Phantom Themes.
There we go. That was nice. That was very shiny. It was very CG, but very shiny. like if you're going to have CG elements to Zord fights, you play around with the camera angles, and I love it when they play around with camera angles. That was very stylish. Oh man.
And the sky turns blue again.
Well, it's because he.
Oh, Noel's happy.
Yeah, he just had basically a cameo in.
But I was the one who got to the bottom of the case first.
He didn't really have much more than a cameo in this little movie.
No, she didn't.
That's not like Tsukasa doesn't cry. Kaitou.
Probably Sakuya cried,
kid.
and he's trying to blame Tsukasa because she's the girl.
Yeah.
But Tsukasa, Pink Patron 3,
Yeah.
is very serious. She's a very serious one. And Patron 2, Green, is kind of a goofball. He's the youngest. That's why he calls them both
smile.
senpai.
Fin.
Fin.
At the end.
And Fin.
Alright, that was a cute little movie.
It was adorable. I loved it.
We got to see the Lupins team up with the Pats.
Yeah.
As was expected.
I mean, yeah, that was the whole point, but it's still fun to see.
Tsukasa
Tsukasa is very serious, except when she's hugging plushies. This is true.
This is true.
She has a weakness for plushies.
Yes. We didn't see too much of Noelle in this, but I think that it was okay. The main focus. This was all a half-hour story. They were trying to squeeze a bunch of different things.
I think it's a very interesting thing to me. This concept of half-hour-long theatrical movies.
I think that
it happens a lot with Sentai, though.
I believe that they're released in I could be wrong. I'm not sure. I think they might be released as double features with the Kamen Rider movies. I'm not sure.
That would make some sense. But still, then it's only an hour long.
This is also true. They definitely seem to have a much different approach to...
yeah, they are a double feature with the Rider movies.
They definitely seem to have a much different approach to theatrical releases compared to... compared to how we deal with them here.
Oh yeah, I mean, because when I've seen some of the stuff that came from other, like, anime movies and stuff,
yeah,
like, they have programs.
Yeah.
Like when you go to the theater and you get a program?
Okay, like go and see a play as opposed to movie theater.
Right, but they have programs for theatrical movies. At least
fun.
They had them for most of the Evangelion movies. And in fact, half of the stuff that people know that's kind of like all in the manual came from the programs.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, somebody else mentioned before that they were going to use Sherlock Holmes and then they got denied.
That's what Dustin just said.
Yeah, that's what I was reacting to. Somebody else said it earlier, I know.
And I actually have a recording. It's totally bootleg, but it's of apparently before the Escaflowne movie. At least one locale.
Yeah. When
they did that, and probably it was the premiere. They actually had the voice actress for Hitomi.
Yeah.
Came out on stage next to someone with a grand piano and performed music from the movie before the movie.
Right.
So they do some fancy stuff that we do not do for movies. We just
also
eat popcorn and make it
we also don't usually have movies that are basically just like special bonus episodes of a TV show. That's not really something that we do.
No, the only time we do special bonus episode of TV show movies is when the special bonus episode is after the series has concluded or been canceled.
Yeah, and in that regard, it's almost more of a revival than anything else.
Or the Serenity movie for Firefly.
Yeah.
It's often a revival, but sometimes, but if the show was canceled prematurely, it also functions as a series finale.
We used to have TV.
That's true. This movie did not explain where the heck Jackpot went after this.
Apparently, he apparently just went off to do his thing.
Because when they encountered him again, they're like, "Hey, I thought you were lost."
They're like, I think it was just like, "Where have you been?" It's like, just been around. But I will admit, we did used to have a little bit more.
Wilson is a reference to Dr. John Watson.
Yeah,
I've
that's
been
what I
saying
thought.
that this whole time.
And I was agreeing with you this whole time.
I'm talking to him.
Okay. You made it sound like an "I told you so."
No, it was more of
That's the
a...
way you said it.
Yes, he is. I've said that.
Anyway, but yeah, I feel like connections between movies and TV shows just don't really exist the way they used to. Like, you used to have the occasional movie that was, part of the TV universe, or, an adaptation of what's going on in a currently running TV show. And now it's more like if you see a movie of a TV show, it's a reimagining. Outside of, like, the MCU, where the movies don't really reference the TV shows. TV shows are more tie-ins to the movies.
Yeah.
It's gone the other way.
Joe Shola, Bruce Kalish wanted to adapt a Sentai movie into an actual theatrical movie. Disney said no, and Dark Wish was the compromise.
I hadn't heard that about Dark Wish. I know that they played it up as sort of a bit of a movie event at the time.
But that's apparently...
Oh, that's interesting.
I wonder, was it adapted from the footage from the movie of Magic
I
Ranger?
don't think so, but I'm not sure.
Fox and Raccoon
13
Gambler
years
Duo.
ago. Oh,
Kitsune and Tanuki.
that's true. I did not realize that.
No, it was not movie footage. Thank you.
I didn't. Yeah, I
I love having
been
the
13
chat
years,
here
so I don't know that off the top of my
give
head.
me information that I don't know the answer to. They're just boom, boom, boom. I love you guys.
I did not have as much info
Love you.
regarding back when we were watching. During the Disney era, I did not have the kind of the easy access to info regarding what's being adapted for a given episode, like we do now. And I don't think that we really got too much by way of adaptations of movie footage, for the most part, during the Disney era, that I can think of. I don't think that they really licensed the movies during the Disney era. I know that we adapted movies during the
Okay, Joe's
during
walking that
Saban
back
era.
a little bit. He says he read it on Ranger Board, so
Okay.
quote him.
Yeah, I don't know how true that is either.
But he believes it. But he got it from Ranger Board.
I mean, that they did seem to play it up that way, and that does sound familiar.
It certainly
don't-
would explain the way the episodes.
I
were
don't
treated.
know if he was aiming for an actual theatrical release, because that feels a little unrealistic, but I could see it if he was trying to make a TV movie.
Yeah.
That would make more sense. I'd also heard rumors, regarding Time Force, that they were considering making a push for a movie, but that never came together in any way. Also rumors that Time Force was
Still haven't finished watching
Go.
Time Force.
yeah, we gotta get around to that. That it was going to run longer than 40 episodes. That was another rumor at the time. But I mean, there was the purchase by Disney going on at the time, and 9/11 happened during Time Force. So there were a few crazy things going on that kind of curtailed any
Yeah, that
expansions
would
they were
curtail
considering.
things.
9/11 ended up influencing the opening credits of Time Force.
Oh, right. They had to take out an exploding building or something, right?
Well, a little. They curtailed the exploding buildings a little bit.
Oh, right. Also, threats of the SAG strike.
Oh, that's right. That was going on then too. But other things were.
Not that
They
really
toned
matters.
down the sympathy for Rancic because he
He's
seemed.
a terrorist.
And there is a sequence introducing the Time Shadow Megazord, where it's going through that sort of simulation in like a darkened city, and it lands onto skyscrapers.
Oh.
And that was in the opening credits up through the summer, and then
And it was
then the
gone.
fall. They no, we cannot have this. But we've seen.
Would the SAG strike have really affected Power Rangers? I
At
thought
the
they were
time, they
non-union.
were.
Oh, they were union at that time?
They were briefly union. They were,
Okay.
I believe, at the very least during Time Force they were. and I think they were during Lightspeed Rescue as well. I'm not. I do not recall off the top of my head exactly when that changeover happened, but I do believe that Time Force they were Union.
Okay.
That was during that brief time period.
They went SAG during In Space, Shola says. He thinks.
I mean, that is with a question mark. I would expect it would have been more during Lost Galaxy, just because Lost Galaxy was when they did the changeover. But again, I'm not sure. I don't the behind the scenes details I'm fuzzier on than just minutia regarding the show itself.
Dustin, I think you might just be a little protective of foxes. It says that having the Sentai reference to Sherlock Holmes being a fox gambler is a bit too easy, but it works.
Yeah.
I don't know that
He's very cunning.
What does it mean, too easy?
Oh, he's saying because he's cunning and thinks outside the box. So he's...
No, that's why it works.
Yeah.
He says it's a bit too easy, but it works. What do you mean by a bit too easy?
I'm not sure. I'm also not sure why they went with a fox and Tanuki, because they usually go with more prehistoric, but I guess...
Well, it says a prehistoric Tanuki was the...
Yeah, I guess there were prehistoric foxes. That's fair. But yeah, as far as movies that we've seen adapted, I know that there was the not Zyuranger, Kaku Ranger O Ranger team up. I believe got adapted into Rangers of Two Worlds.
In that footage, they can see
his tail,
his feetsies, his toe beans.
And then no other Sentai movies come to mind during the original Saban era.
Mm-hmm.
That I can think of off the top of my head. No, wait, no. Trakina's Revenge. That was the Gingaman Go-Go 5 team-up. So those two team-up movies were adapted.
Are the team-ups usually from movies?
No, just those two.
Okay.
Those are the only two I can think of that were team-ups that utilized Sentai footage.
Because, I mean, I was given to believe that the team-ups were just from team-up episodes.
No, because they don't usually have team-up episodes in Sentai. They usually have team-up movies.
And so when we made our team-ups, we did not use the footage from the Sentai movies?
No, most of those were original.
Huh.
Like, the only two that I can think of that were based off Sentai footage were O-Ranger vs. Kaku Ranger.
Yeah, that's a better question.
And Gingaman vs. Go-Go 5.
If Sherlock Holmes is a fox and John Watson is a raccoon, then what would Gangler Moriarty be?
A mongoose? I don't know.
A mongoose?
Moriarty goose? I don't know. I'm just trying
It's not a snake.
I don't know.
Mongoose is I'm thinking maybe a wolf.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Also,
A
technically
badger?
speaking, as far as I understand, a
Wolverine?
tanuki is not a wolverine. That could be good.
Yeah.
A tanuki is not actually a raccoon. It is a
It's
separate...
similar.
It's a separate animal.
Yeah.
It looks like a there's usually called raccoons in our media because we wouldn't know what the heck a tanuki is.
Yeah.
But as
They
far
have
as I
some similar
understand,
traits to raccoons.
the
but they are
tanuki
different.
is a completely different animal.
Yes. But most Power Rangers team-ups don't make use of... I don't know how well you might recall this. They usually don't have Zord battles. They very rarely have Zord battles. The only two that... the only cases that come to mind have been... Clash of the Red Rangers was from a team-up movie. That was from the... So that was during the Saban Brands era, they started using some of the movies for adaptation.
Oh, well, here's an interesting statement. Because I just looked this up. Okay. So, Tanuki...
I have no idea if Nick and Hasbro would do a Power Rangers TV movie. That'd be interesting, and I'd like to see it, but I have no clue what they're willing to negotiate.
A tanuki is a type of raccoon dog.
Yeah.
However, despite the name, raccoon dogs are actually a close relative of foxes.
Okay, that's fair.
Hence, the fox and the tanuki.
Nice. To the 10th, Power of Pink was a crossover episode in Power Rangers that did have Megazords, but they didn't use any Sentai footage for that. That was one of the very few original Megazord fights we've ever had for Power Rangers.
Okay.
But yeah, Clash of the Red Rangers used Sentai movie footage. The next episode to use Sentai movie footage. Can you think of the other samurai episode to use movie footage? Can you guess it?
Halloween Court.
Halloween Court was not samurai, actually. But you are super close because it was a Halloween episode. What was the...
I don't remember.
Trickster Treat.
Ah!
That nonsense. That was a V Cinema. That was from the Shinkanger Returns movie.
Some of the small details Sentai does are just astounding. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, the Clash of the Red Rangers was weird because it was a mashup of two different movies. It was a mashup of the summer movie and the team-up movie. Hence why Scott had nothing to do with the final fight. You notice how there was like the whole sequence where, you know, they were racing through the forest and they had their fight and then they fought some Moogers and they defeated a bad guy and then they cut to a completely different bad guy with a whole army that was just like off to the side, completely unrelated? It's because it was from a completely other movie. Clash of the Red Rangers was absurd.
Well, we did a whole live review of it at Power Morphicon.
That was fun. It was good times.
To be perfectly honest, I mostly only remember the details from that were in my script.
That's fair. That is fair.
Which I actually saw for the first time when you handed it to me on stage.
I feel like I may have given it to you before then and you just didn't read it, but I'm not sure.
You had showed me parts of it.
Okay.
You had not given me the complete... That's okay, it worked. Scott and Antonio stopped to fix a symbol power created.
Yeah, that was so ridiculous. That made no sense. Why are you fixing a car that you literally just created?
Summon.
Just ignore it. It's made of magic. You can come back for it later.
Make another one!
It's not like it's your only ride home. You got there. You can leave.
Technically, there is not a wolf gangler. The closest we got was a hound gangler. Well, yeah, that means
Wolf
is open for Moriarty.
We're talking about hypothetical. Additional ganglers, I assume.
And Wolf is open for Moriarty.
I'm trying to think if there have been any other use of Sentai movie footage. I don't believe Mega Ranger made use of any movie footage. Because they did not, they didn't have any bonus episodes, and all of their team-up stuff was from the main series with Gokaiger. I'm not sure if Dino Charge made use of any Kyoryuger footage. If there's only one bit that I could think might be from a movie footage, and that would just be because Snide is from the Kyoryuger versus Go Busters movie. So I don't recall if there was any Sentai footage of Snide. I know they got the suit from the movie, but I'm not certain if they used any Sentai footage
from
of
the
him.
Movie.
There's like, and I really doubt that they actually licensed the movie for like 1 minute of footage, because I can only think of like 30 seconds worth of him fighting the Rangers directly that might have been Sentai footage during his debut. Kyoryuger. Kyoryuger. Yes, Kyoryuger. Sorry if I slurred it a bit.
I still haven't gotten used to it. Jake has pronunciation issues in Japanese. Give us a break.
Yeah. And then, but for Ninja Steel, we did get the summer movie for Dimensions in Danger. We adapted the summer movie for Ninja in Super Ninja Steel with Dimensions in Danger.
Ah! So that was from a movie.
So we Lord Draven and the whole fight at the castle.
Totally summer movie.
That was the summer movie stuff. They cut out all the wacky stuff with the dinosaur prince, because there was a dinosaur prince. I don't know why there was a dinosaur prince. It was very strange. But yeah, we've only really ever adapted just a handful of movies.
But we got the kite scene.
We did get that kite scene, because that was vital to the anniversary episode, obviously.
Japan loves them some dinos. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
We're back at Kyoryuger. Kyoryuger.
Yeah, well now we got Ryu Soldier. So yeah, I'm trying to think in terms of how many Sentai movies have actually been adapted in any way, and I can think of Ninja, two, no, actually three from Shinkanger. Shinkanger got a lot for some reason, and then two team ups. So I think there's only been like about half a dozen out of the 25 seasons of Power Rangers to actually utilize Sentai movie footage. No, those are just the only ones I can think of. I may be off. There may be other bits that were worked in there that I don't know about. I know we've just gone in. Yeah, Rangers of Two Worlds I'm including in the 6, because there was O-Ranger, Kaku Ranger versus O-Ranger. We got Ginga Man versus Go-Go 5. We've got the 3 Shinkanger movies and the Ninja movie. And I think those are all of the adaptations that I'm aware of, unless you guys are aware of some other ones.
Looking at my phone.
He's a good fluffy boy.
He keeps rubbing his face on me.
Yeah, he's a happy buddy.
Of course he is.
But yeah, it was fun to finally see Jackpot Striker, see Keiichiro and Kairi in Ganglo World, both of which were referenced in the main series.
But we hadn't known where they were from.
And I believe I also saw a reference to that unified form for the Lupins. I think there was a quick little, there was like a research book that I want to say like Gauche or someone had on the Lupinrangers that happened to have a picture of that form. And I'm like, that never showed up in the, oh right, that was from the movie.
He's figured out what live reactions are.
Yeah.
He knows if he comes up on the couch, he's gonna get attention.
Yeah.
He likes it when the live streamers see him on the camera.
Alright. So yeah, I back to the movie itself at hand. I think like we said, it was a fun little romp. Not too much to really delve into. I was actually a little disappointed that Herlock Sholmes didn't play more of a role in things outside of just, oh, he was a monster. It would have been nice if they had played a little bit more into the mystery element instead of the mystery just being, hey dude,
Bye, Spencer.
you're a gangler. Hey dude, I'm a gangler. There was the mystery.
He just tried to eat my phone.
Oh, have a good one, Spencer. Spencer didn't try to eat your phone, did he?
No, Oliver
Oh,
did.
okay. I was going to say.
He's coming at me again. My phone is not for eating.
So yeah, that was
So you're saying it was quite elementary?
It was quite elementary. Yes. Thank you, Yukosa. All right. So yeah, any last questions for you guys? This is sort of a wrap, I think, on our Lupin
somebody
stuff.
said something earlier, and I said we'd come back to it afterwards. If you could make up your own Lupin collection piece using, a Sentai item from the past, what would it be and what would it do?
I'm trying to think if there's anything that like. I'm trying to think maybe there was something that I like wish was adapted that wasn't adapted or something like that. Because I'm trying to think in terms of, so it's any random item or accessory that was in Sentai, and then also that we could adapt over.
Yeah, but what would it do?
Oh man, I don't know. That's a tough question.
There's something I'm thinking of, but I need to look it up.
I'm gonna go with you know what? I'm gonna go with a miniature armadillo Zord that you can bowl with. You just it allows you to just send out spinning crazy spinning bowling balls of energy that or it allows you to turn people into spinning bowling balls of energy and send them flying. Something like that. Why not? What would I think of a Doctor-themed Power Ranger series? I don't know. Honestly, I feel like I would need to think it over a little bit more. And the one thing I could think of that would give me a better idea of how well that would work is, I know there's a show called Mighty Med, where there's like kids who are doctors for superheroes or something. I may be completely misinterpreting the premise. I just know there's a show called, I believe, Mighty Med. So that would tell me how well a kid's doctor show works, and then I could kind of have a better idea of how that would go. Like, I know that, for instance, Kamen Rider X-Aid was very doctor-focused, but that's a completely different demographic. Yeah, Mighty Med, I believe it's a show. I don't think I'm having a fever dream.
No.
But I believe that was on, like, I don't know, Disney or something.
Yeah, I was the one who was saying kids would be scared of the doctor. Answer to the
Yeah.
the question about making up a Lupin collection item. I would use the Tell Me Theremin from Patranger and make it a device for dowsing for other collection pieces.
Oh, that's useful. Oh, what was the Tell Me Theremin? I don't... Was
If you
that Magic Ranger exclusive?
It was a Patranger
Okay.
device that was used to track down the baddies when they weren't committing violence.
Okay.
Because they couldn't, they were easy to find when they were committing
Right.
violence, but the theremin would help them find Infernitia who were doing
Okay.
less...
Infernitia, I think it was.
Yeah, who were doing bad stuff that was not
Okay.
violent. Being sneaky sneaks.
So,
broke down.
okay, so Mighty Med was a show on Disney. I didn't make it up. Okay, good to know.
And then it merged with Lab Rats, which was massively disappointing.
Oh, that's a shame. So yeah, I don't know how... I feel like if there were to be a Doctor-themed Power Ranger series, it would probably have to go along the same lines as X-Aid, where there is an affliction turning people into monsters, and they are curing them through combat. That would be something where I could see it working as a Doctor-themed Power Ranger series, something very similar to how X-Aid handled it. Not necessarily with the whole video game Dr. Mario kind of parallel.
Well, so what, their finisher would be like a cure?
Yeah, basically. Which is more or less what
And so instead
what
of the monster
X-Aid did.
instead of the monster being destroyed, what's left, the monster reverts back to a human.
And we've done that sort of thing in Power Rangers before.
Yeah.
People have been turned into monsters and then defeated and turned back, and then they don't remember anything. So I think we're pretty much probably about for a wrap on this.
Yeah,
I think
it's been about an hour.
Yeah.
It's been a little over an hour, actually.
Yeah. I know we took a little bit to get started. It was a little bit of a longer episode to watch.
Yes, it was.
'Cause,
Because it didn't have the commercial break in it. It was a half an hour full instead of a half an hour with space for a commercial.
And we didn't have commercials during it like we usually do during Power Rangers, do our usual chat.
Yes, that's true.
But we had some a little bit of an extra analysis in terms of like how movies relate to Power Rangers and things like that.
We had a good time.
I guess this is going to be it for Lupinranger vs. Patranger.
Yeah, I guess so.
Unless maybe well, I know that there'll probably be a Returns movie at some point, and we might
Bye, Dustin!
maybe we might check out the team up at some point. I don't know.
Dustin's got bingo. See what happens when we run over?
All right.
Dustin has to go to bingo.
All right, have a good one, Dustin. So
Happened last week too.
so yeah, we'll see if
We gotta wrap this up.
if
because
other
we'll play
occasions
bingo.
pop up for other movies for us to review, maybe over the summer.
Yeah.
Who knows? If it's
When
something
Power
that's like a
Rangers is on
full,
hiatus.
if it's something longer than a half an hour, I'm not sure if we're going to do that because that would take a while.
Yeah.
So we'll take a look. I haven't seen the Q Rangers summer movie posted anywhere, but I'll keep an eye open. But yeah, no, definitely keep suggesting anything that you would like for us to do as a future bonus live reaction that we can just kind of keep in our back pocket, especially if we decide to do anything during the summer. And yeah, include it in the comments of the video. We'll appreciate that way it'll be easier to reference.
Oh yeah.
Because we will be posting this live, the edited version just like we normally do.
Hi, edited version.
And that'll be, Sunday evening just as normal. So, I think that's a wrap, and until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. Elementary, my dear Cups.